I've been waiting for this.
Welcome to the top 10 RPGs featured on RPGamer's Random Retro RPG Wheel stream. Written by Ryan Radcliffe, read by Phil Willis, and video edited by Herfrog. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System is known for housing a massive amount of RPGs, and RPGamer was able to stream quite a few of them during Scar's Retro Wheel stream. Scar has played over 50 RPGs from the SNES library, and now he is ready to list off his favorites. It wasn't easy trimming this list down, as many respected games missed the cut, unfortunately. There was one game, however, that felt like it deserved to be showcased, even if that meant being added in the honorable mention section. Honorable mention, Terranigma. Being a game that was never released in US markets, Terranigma got its chance to shine on the retro wheel as one of the greats of the SNES. With a unique history about resurrection, fun, fast-paced gameplay, tons of content such as minigames in hidden areas, and a diverse soundtrack filled with happy melodies and somber tunes alike, Terranigma would have been a smash hit had more people played it. As such, it is a gem on the system and should be a title every RPGamer experiences. Without further ado, here is Scar's countdown of his favorite RPGs on the Super Nintendo. Number 10, Ogre Battle. Ogre Battle is one of the more unique gems on the SNES, a tactical RPG with real-time strategy elements with a subtitle inspired by a Queen song and mixing in an engrossing story with additive war-building gameplay, all makes this a fun experience through and through. Ogre Battle gives players the freedom to play how they want, and with multiple endings and numerous characters to recruit, this game offers a decent amount of replayability. Number 9, Chrono Trigger. What's there to say about Chrono Trigger that hasn't been said before? The game is one of the most beloved stories, battle systems, soundtrack, and characters ever seen in an RPG. It will make most people's top 10 lists, and it also graces this list as well. Don't let this low ranking be misleading. This game is an absolute banger. Its appearance this low on the list is a credit to the high quality of RPGs found on the SNES. No amount of time travel could remove its stamp as an all-time great. Number 8, Secret of Evermore. There's something about a story of a boy and his dog that makes for a fun little adventure. In Secret of Evermore, this duo gets to explore a world filled with dinosaurs, gladiator fights, pig races, and space stations. Players were provided the option to fully name the vest-wearing, bone-wielding, quip-throwing protagonist. Discovering new alchemy spells to use was a nice twist to the magic system. All in all, this entry takes the Secret of Mana battle engine, ring system and all, and refines it to new heights. Number 7, Final Fantasy VI. Where else can you play as a playboy king who cosplays as Jason from Friday the 13th? Nowhere, that's where. Final Fantasy VI took all of the great elements from its predecessor and polished them to create one of the most technically sound RPGs of all times. A timeless cast, a magical soundtrack, not to mention creating the greatest villains seen in any media, make this an easy game to revisit any time. The battle system allows players to customize their skills in very imaginative ways with an Esper level up system for those players who love to tinker with a robust cast of characters. Number 6, Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistros. When Luffy and the Fortress of Doom released, RPGamers were briefly introduced to Maxim, a red-haired hero who saved the world in the open segment of the game. With the curiosity peaked, Taito delivered a prequel showcasing Maxim's adventure. Lufia 2 takes all the charm of the original and boosted it to create maximum levels, creating a story filled with memorable heroes, villains, and puzzles galore. It also includes one of the first instances of procedurally generated dungeons in the form of the Ancient Cave and its 100-floor challenge. Additionally, the game offers an option for dedicated fans to pick from any of the playable characters to tackle this bonus dungeon. The entire package is so memorable and enjoyable that it is a must-play for any RPG aficionado. Number 5, Illusion of Gaia. This fun adventure sees Will go on a journey to find out more about his father's mysterious disappearance, which takes him to real-life wonders of the world such as the Tower of Babel, the Great Wall of China, and Machu Picchu. Illusions of Gaia took some ideas from its big brother, Soul Blazer, and created a wonderful RPG experience with a fun, fast-paced battle engine that gives the protagonist the option to transform into two alternative characters, with each having their own sets of strengths and weaknesses. The game even has a small mini-game to collect all the red jewels hidden throughout the game, which once gathered takes players to a nice little Easter egg dungeon. Number 4. Earthbound. There's something odd yet charming about Earthbound. It took liberties that other SNES RPGs wouldn't dream of. Imagine fighting an angry fire hydrant or a scalding cup of coffee in a traditional fantasy setting. Earthbound is a truly fantastic game with interesting concepts and memorable locations. The adventure is truly endearing when even talking to random NPCs that break the fourth wall with outrageous and zany conversations. It's hard not to smile and say fuzzy pickles when reminiscing about this game. Number 3. Live Alive. It is a travesty English-speaking audiences had to wait so long for a proper Live Alive release. With the Switch HD 2D remaster finally out, this game should finally get the love it long deserves. Players can choose from 7 protagonists, all with unique stories that take place in different eras of the game timeline. Each scenario has a unique take, with examples including a lone gunman in the Wild West who must set up traps to protect a dusty village, or jumping into a modern-day ring to allow a wrestler that acts like a blue mage to mimic his opponent's moves, or the quirky prehistoric era before spoken language, where the protagonist communicates through emotes. All the stories are self-contained, but there is a collaborative endgame that feels very rewarding regardless of how the player approaches it. Live Alive is a diamond in the rough that RPGamer should find time to play and enjoy. Number 2. Tactics Ogre. The creators of Ogre Battle had an idea to expand on its world while adding another nod to Queen songs and created a masterpiece in the process. Units that one could find in Ogre Battle were now repurposed into adorable sprites and thrown into a turn-based tactical battle system. The story focuses heavily on a war-torn land filled with political drama and betrayal that has yet to be seen in the genre. Branching paths change the narrative and friends become foes, while also allowing for a decent replayability aspect. The music, provided by Hitoshi Sakimoto and Masahiro Iwata, combines songs found in the prequel with the new memorable tracks that capture each scenario perfectly. While more recent remasters have perfected this classic, the SNES version is still capable of standing on its own as a most rewarding experience. Number 1. Final Fantasy IV. Final Fantasy IV was the quintessential RPG for the SNES. There was nothing like it, and its story has seen countless remakes for new audiences to enjoy. The story starts out by following a flawed man who commits heinous crimes against innocent villagers, only to see him try and break free from his past to redeem his actions. With this, a whole new take on storytelling in video games was pushed to the forefront, and games were taken seriously as an art form that could tackle serious issues. Series composer Debao Imatsu really outdid himself with this soundtrack, as it has a perfect song for every mood and setting. Fully fleshed out party members join and leave at different story points, making for an epic journey with a colorful cast that grows and does not disappoint. This was a game that inspired thousands of future games in the genre, making it earn the crown for this list. Without these games, who knows what Scar would be doing, or where he'd be in life. Do you agree or disagree with the entries? What SNES RPGs do you feel were missing from the list? Please leave your comments down in the comments section below and let us know your thoughts on the subject. Or come on over to our Discord server at rpgamer.com/discord and have the conversation with us there. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to us right here on YouTube, or check out our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/rpgamer. And for all other RPG-related news and reviews, please check out our main website over at rpgamer.com.